Hello everyone, Old Guy Gaming here, back again with another MTG Arena video, and tonight we're going back to Kaladesh with Mono Black Kaladesh. So, the Kaladesh block is very, very sentimental for me, specifically whenever it comes to MTG Arena. I know I mentioned this before on the channel, but I was part of the closed beta, and when we were testing the game during closed beta, the first couple of sets we really got to play with was the Kaladesh block and the Untitled block, and I think it was M19 was the other set that we were playing with when we were playing with. So there's a lot of nostalgia for some of the cards that came out of the Kaladesh and Amonkhet blocks for me, specifically whenever it comes to Arena, because that's kind of where I got my start with doing all of this. In fact, like in the weeks leading up to whenever the open beta came out, and they did the big reset. For those of you who don't know, they took all our cards and they flushed them down the toilet. They did give us bonuses and they gave us some cool stuff and access to it. But all the cards we had up in the closed beta all got gone, and we had to start from scratching them whenever the game released an open beta. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there that, like, it's super nostalgic. It's a lot of the fun stuff I just started playing. In the weeks leading up to that wipe is when I made the decision to actually start this channel, start recording MTG Arena videos, and I started doing my testing in those closing days of closed beta. Now, according to the rules, we weren't allowed to publish any of those unless you were one of the big streamers. You weren't really allowed to show any gameplay from those days. But I do have a lot of test videos that I recorded in those times, so it was kind of nice to go back and look at some of those videos and see some of the cards I was playing with. I get to share all that with you today. Kaladesh was, of course, a very controversial set whenever it came out. It still is. There are a lot of folks in the Magic the Gathering arena, or Magic the Gathering community, that point to this set specifically as when the power level in the game went way high. Energy was kind of a new mechanic they introduced with the Kaladesh and its sister set, Aether Revolt. There are a lot of folks that weren't particularly happy because there wasn't a ton that could be done against Energy even back in those days. I mean, there were some cards, but overall, a lot of the cards that are on the ban list, I know, and if someone went way back, there have been more cards banned in the last 12 months than there have been over like the last 5 years, 10 years of Magic, and a lot of those cards came out of this set. Cards like Smuggler's Copters, Aetherwork Marvel, Attuned with Ether, like a lot of those cards came out of this block. So there's a lot of power sitting in this set. And it's all currently legal in Historic, so we're going to see some really crazy stuff. I don't think Smuggler's Copter made it over into Remasters, but a lot of the other cards most certainly did. So let's kind of go into the deck. Again, this is kind of just a mishmash of the fun stuff I loved playing with in my Mono Black deck. I actually have back here, I'll have to pull it out someday for you guys. I basically have this entire deck in paper. There's a couple of cards I added in that for stuff that was in the sets previous to it that aren't in Arena yet that I couldn't put in. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start off with, this isn't Mono Black Aggro, so it's going to be a lot of fast, quick damage. So we're going to be able to get to run with Dread Wanderer, one of my favorite one-drops. Fatal Push. If there is any card, if you ever have any intention whatsoever of playing in Historic, this is an uncommon. Highly, highly recommend. These things are going for quite a bit in paper, because it is a super powerful card, especially in Best of 1. Really good. If you're playing Best of 3, you might want to switch this out for, like, Blood Chief's, the new one that came out of the most recent sets. It is probably a better one. That is a sorcery, not instant speed like Fatal Push is. But I just love the opportunity to be able to sit down and play a Fatal Push again, so I couldn't not do it. I did run with Knight of the Ebon Legion, of course. It is a fantastic card. There is a Mono Black Energy deck I'm working on building up, but unfortunately my wild cards are a little bit low at the moment due to not playing for 3 weeks, and then they released this. And I wasn't really going to... I still might go ahead and buy a big block of Kaladesh and... I might. It's getting around Christmas time. Why not? Just do that for yourself, kind of thing. Because there's so many cards. There's so many cards I want to get back and be able to playing in my set. So, in any case, Knight of the Ebon Legion is still a fantastic card. One drop in black. Night Market Lookout. There's a ton of fun with this one. So this is a one drop for one. If you don't know the card, this is some of the early Kaladesh stuff that we're going to be getting in. Whenever it attacks, whenever it becomes tapped, it doesn't have to attack. Whenever it becomes tapped, it does 1 damage to your opponent. You gain 1 life. Now, this is super important for a card that we're going to have later, which is Vehicles, which is something that came in Kaladesh as well. But basically, you just, this is early damage, and then you always have these 1/1s that are early in the game that you can't really do anything with about mid-game because they've got bigger creatures. What do you do with it? Well, you have it pilot these even bigger vehicles, and then you get the added benefit of draining life off your opponent with this one. Gifted Aetherborn, yes, I know. It came in Kickstarter. But it originally came out of Kaladesh, which is why I'm so happy. I'm going to run the Kaladesh version of it. 2/3 with Death Touch, and Lifelink. Fantastic card for 2. Heartless Act, I did have to toss this one in there because this one is a really good removal card. I debated doing something like, I don't know, Cast Down, something like that to kind of really fill the void. That's actually what's in my paper deck, but I really feel like Heartless Act is a better card, to be honest with you. So that's what I went with. And then my old buddy Scrapheap Scrounger. Oh, God, I can't wait to start playing with this. And two mana for 3/2. Can't block, but for 1 mana and 1 black, you can exile a creature from your graveyard and return it from your battlefield because of another card that we're going to have in there. It's permanent recursion as long as you have creatures in your graveyard, which you will. You'll be able to just keep pulling this card back. And it's just a great little 3/2. Smash him in the face for 2. It's fantastic. Heart of Kiran. This is one of the vehicles. This is the pilot for the Night Market Lookout that we were talking about. 2 mana for a 4/4 legendary artifact vehicle, flying and vigilance. It does take 3 to crew, and if you're not familiar with how vehicles use, I mean, Mardu Vehicles is another deck I can't wait to build, but I need way too many rare wild cards to get that one together, but I'll get there. You basically need to tap power an amount to the crew level to be able to get it. So that's where Night Market Lookouts come in, and Gifted Aetherborns come in. You basically pilot your Heart of Kiran, and you've got a 4/4 flying creature that just comes out of nowhere that kind of sits off on the side. It's an artifact until it's a creature, so it's kind of cool. It's fantastic. Rotting Regisaur, there was a card that was I had in here in the Amonkhet block. I think it was the Amet. It was one of the cards that came out of Amonkhet that sat in this spot. But Rotting Regisaur is so much better for 3 mana. So that's what I had to go with. And of course, again, you've got things like Dread Wanderers you can kick into the graveyard. You've got Scrapheap Scroungers. You've got a lot of recursion. So even if stuff ends up in the graveyard, it doesn't always come. It can come right back out. And then Spawn of Mayhem, because Spawn of Mayhem is absolutely fantastic. We are running with 22 lands. It's going to be 18 swamps and 4 Castle Locthwain. So that is the deck. Before I move on to go into some gameplay, if you enjoy this video and you feel I've earned it, by all means, hit that like button, subscribe, all that fun YouTube stuff. Let me know how what decks you're really looking forward to playing in Kaladesh. I'm genuinely interested. It's been so long. It's been like what, 2.5 years since we've really had the opportunity to play with some of these cards. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what decks people pull out. There's going to be a crap ton of energy stuff going on. I'm really looking forward to playing it. So, all right, let's move on to some gameplay then. And we're just going to go right into the ranked historic play. I was doing my warm-up games. Everything was going well. The deck runs pretty much the way that I want it. The one that I'm really looking forward to is the Mono Black Energy. And that ran things like Glitzy Siphoner. What else was it running? And then a lot of the vehicles were in there as well that all produced energy. I'm really looking forward to that deck. Can't wait. Yeah, 1 more mana and we're good. So I think we're going to Putatu King. Putatu? I don't know what that name means. Opponent goes first. I do like the 1/2 into Heart of Kiran because if you really wanted to, you could actually pay the mana to get this up there. I think I'm going to be more inclined to get something else out there to do it. Yeah, let's go ahead and keep that. We are 1 mana shyer than I would like, but we're running 22. We should be okay. Should be. Alright, let's start off with the Knight of the Ebon Legion. Whenever I get into Historic and I see black-green, I'm always concerned about... Is it Journey? Yes, it's not Journey, it's Explore, the Explore decks. Because those are still a thing. And we did get that mana we're looking for, too. Shocklands. Bone Crusher Giant early. Very nice. Alright, let's go ahead and drop Heart of Kiran. I've heard it pronounced different ways. Let me know in the comments down below what the right way to pronounce that. I'm genuinely debating just tossing down Rotting Regisaur in the next turn. Because you really want to be able to get in. And the upside is for crewing, Summoning Sickness isn't necessarily a thing. So as long as you've got 3 power out there, you can tap a 3-powered creature. Legendary enchantment, you say? Yes, please. I think we're going to have to put down the old... So we are going to crew it with Rotting Regisaur. And hit him with 4 for Vigilance. Don't really have to worry about the clap back yet because it doesn't have any creatures in play. We've got enough removal What I wouldn't give for one of my 1-drops right about now. Ooh, Nikki B, you say? You got a Fatal Push because that's not going to do me any good. We're going to drop Heartless Act, unfortunately. That is the downside to Nikki B. Destroy target creature, no target. That'd be you, Nikki B. I'll take the 7, thank you. The 4 would be nice, but I'll take the 7. Surprised he didn't go I'm surprised he didn't go Heartless Act on that. So where do we go from there with no... Sure, you need a blocker. That's cool. That's why I go over top. Scavenging Ooze. Interesting. We absolutely will do that. Do I want to go in? Yeah, I'm going to go in with Rotting Regisaur. I'm going to assume he's going to hit that with the Bone Crusher Giant and start... Why? Why? Just to get it off the board? You should have just blocked. You should have just... What he should have done is he should have blocked with the Bone Crusher Giant and then used Scavenging Ooze's ability. Like, I don't get that. Cool. And we're going to crew... Brazen Borrower? Okay. Just recast it. I mean, he did buy himself a turn. I'll give him that. Any one of my 1-drops would be fantastic here, because I'd love to be able to get some of the life back that I'm losing from that. Thank you! We shall crew again. I have a feeling he's going to toss in Brazen Borrower. Sure. I was going to say, how much do I got left in the graveyard? That's getting annoying. Crew. Come on, my friend. What does he have? Keeps lighting up Heart of Kiran. Brazen Borrower again. Gosh darn it. I'll take the life gain back at least. Drop that back down. Every time I think I'm ahead. I was going to say, I'm fresh out of stuff out of the graveyard after this. At least that turns off. I assume he's going to go with Brazen Borrower. Ooh, Nissa! Nissa's not going to last long, my friend. Haven't seen you in some while, young lady. There we go. So we absolutely have to crew this. Because we've got to keep Nissa down. Now, he can block that. He's going to lose the land. Works for me.
Do not assume I am fragile.
We'll draw that card right at the end. Yeah, it's going to give him stuff to at least pull that out of. That's fine. We really needs our night market lookout. That's what we really need. That's who really needs to be crewing the Heart of Kiran here. I assume he's going to do the land thing again, but I'm just going to do the same thing. Actually, I don't even need to because I can just go in with the flyer at that point. This game's running a little bit long. Anytime now. He's definitely thinking about this. You realize I can pull that back out, right? Like, you get that, right? Like, I'm not sure why he did that.
The land fights for us.
Pull the card at least. There's the pilot that we're looking for. Oh, he thought Cease dies. That wasn't very nice. Crew. Let's get Nissa out of the way.
I am in need of rest.
That's getting annoying. Oh, he's got his beat. I didn't even see it. Yeah, good game. After all that, I thought we were going to pull it through. After all that, I got too greedy. I should have kept the Heart of Kiran back. Let's go ahead and do them. Do I want to do the... I'm only going to gain 2 life. Yeah, I need to do that because I need to prevent the 4. That's frustrating. That's frustrating. That whole time we were waiting for just a couple of cards. Like, none of the removal popped up the way I wanted it to, but oh well. Oh well. Thoughtseize. He had Thoughtseize in his hand. Ah, so frustrating. That was me getting guilty. That was me getting greedy. I should have done that at the end of his turn. I think what my thought process was is I was hoping for a removal cell, like a fatal push, because I got to push the land off, but I don't know. Yeah, good. Scrapheap, absolutely. We've got enough mana to cast everything in our hand. This is good old classic mono green. You shall see. Alright, so we've got a 1/1. Let's put it down something that can block. Green spells can't be countered. Oh, darn. Let that go through. And we're visionary. Very nice. He is definitely going to be ramping into something here. Sure. Alright, let's clear that out. Fatal push that. There we go. I was gonna say, did we slow him down at least? Maybe. Why? No creature? Oh no! No, no creatures. That's fine. Coco. What's he hit with Coco? Nothing big. Nothing big. That's good. That is really good for us. So let's go here and here and here. He's thinking about it. He is thinking about it. How much damage can I take here? He's going to make me spend it there. Okay. Interesting choice. I don't know that I'd have made that. Do we got a second Coco coming? He's not going to attack. I can't imagine he would. This looks like it's elves. But it looks like we have stopped him in his tracks before he could really get going. Cool. Fate'll push that off the board so we don't have to worry about her. Go in with everything we've got. Coco, sure. Which one are you going to block? Which one are you going to block? A second Coco, by the way. That's lovely. You're going to make me spend it. Okay, sure. And again, for as I say, unless he's got another Coco, it's not really going to do much good here. He's got all the elves in the world, I'm not going to lie. Heart of Kiran, thank you. No, we're going to wait. Because now we're going to go up and over his elves. Can't imagine he's going to swing in. Which he's not. We're going to crew for 3. There's 1. There's 2. Draw that life. And let's go crazy. This is probably a really good Collected Company Elves deck. It probably is. Why? Why? Sure. Sure. You know, I've got enough to do this twice, right? I'm not really sure what he's going for in there. Unless he's hoping Collective Company pulls all that back, but that's off the top of the deck, not off the... Yeah, I'm not sure why he did that. Like, you could block. I totally get the idea of blocking all of those, but, like, with everything? I don't know. Alright, we'll get one more in. I'm going to go bonus time with this, and just because I love playing this deck. This is so much fun. And granted, it's not the complete deck. There are some things missing out of this one. Like, I think I used to run this with... I think this is right around the time that Walk the Plank came out, from, like, whenever, it's probably the last edition I had to the deck before I retired it. What is this? What is this? Alright, we're gonna play a turn behind. Every time I do this and don't take this, I end up getting punished for it. And it looks like we were playing a mono red player, which is even more fun. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being judgmental early. No, I'm not. Drake's maybe? It is historic. He's debating lightning striking it. I can see it in his eyes. Shock, lightning strike. Oh, he had the lightning strike in his hand. He gave it up on purpose. Interesting. We are getting mana screwed, of course. I should have totally pitched that. So mad at myself for not doing that. But let's see if we can pull from behind on this one. I do feel like we're behind, especially now we're... because it exiles it. I could totally see that. Shock? Sure. Burn all those spells. Cool. Let's go with all the night market lookouts then. Yeah, that's the ultimate combo right here. If you can get 3 night market lookouts to pilot Heart of Kiran, oh my god, is that amazing. Draining, it's like a lightning strike on them. You're healing salving yourself, if that's too old for you, I'm sorry. And then, oh, by the way, the 4/4 flyer with Vigilance in the air. That's the ultimate crew. Final Promise? Okay. I assume he's going to lightning strike one of the night market lookouts. This is what's killing me. It's like one more mana. One more mana, he'd have Rotting Regisaur and he'd have Spawn of Mayhem right now to deal with, and he wouldn't be... He's going to hit me directly. Okay. And he would be in a world... Oh, there we go. It's this deck. Okay, I totally forgot. Arc-like Phoenixes still existed. Do I want to go... Yeah, let's go Gifted Aetherborn. Let's go for the life gain. Because that's going to get irritating him real quick. And again, we're still sitting on the 2 Castle Locthwains and no mana. Legitimately, like, one more mana. One more mana, and we are sitting on easy street here. Yeah, because he's trying to pitch it. How many of those has got? He's got none left in there. That's good at least. Sure, why not? Ask and you shall receive. See that? That's a problem. Ah, no. Now, is he going to block everything back here to kill the Rotting Regisaur? We're going to pitch this Scrapheap Scrounger, by the way, because there's recursion. We can pull it back out. There's no reason to kill it here. And if we really want to, we'd attack with one of the night market lookouts to trigger Spawn of Mayhem, which I think is what we are going to do. Oh. 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 I see how it is. Well, I think we're still going to trigger Spawn of Mayhem anyway. We kind of need something to help us out here. No, you can have that. Or we could just straight cast him and not have to worry about that. The fact that he's exiling those, that's what's super irritating. That's why I was so happy to see Lava Coil rotate out. If I'm going to lose one, I'm taking one with me. Let me guess. Embercleave? Embercleave, my friend? Shot? Interesting choice. Let's do the smart things here. Take another night market lookouts. So he's burned through a lot of his tricks. Don't get me wrong, he's got us down low. Only got the one Arc-like in, though. And does he have enough spells? He might have enough spells in hand. Oh, and this counters Arc-like. That's his third Finale of Promise. The third one in the game. The third one in the game. Third one in the game. Down to 5, or down to 1. Not much we can do at this juncture. Nope, and that's going to be good game. We're going to cast it just for fun and say good game. Alright, so that's going to do it on that one. Cool deck. I mean, that's a good old-fashioned, like, Arc-like deck. Usually that deck you see the other Drakes, like the Crackling Drake and the Enigma Drake, but, I mean, 3 Finales of Promise. Like, what do you... You get to cast spells 17 times, so I don't know what else to say. So anyway, if you enjoyed the video, let me know in the comments down below how you start, or how you were playing with Kaladesh. Let me know. I'm kind of curious to see what decks you're excited to play with, what cards you're excited to play with, and what you've been doing in Magic lately. So until next time, guys, we shall see you in the arena. This video was brought to you in no small part by our patrons. If you would like to help out the channel, go to www.patreon.com/oldguygamingmtga, and thank you for your support.